but we ended the war in Iran today, unquote. Earlier in the day, earlier that morning, President Trump was promising on Fox and Friends that they were going to be launching that evening even more destructive airstrikes than the ones from the previous couple of evenings. Just a couple of hours, in Iran. Just a couple of hours later, Trump announced on social media that the planned strikes were being called off and that terms for a deal had been agreed to. There's only one major issue with that, is that Iran said that they never agreed to anything. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai, while acknowledging that major parts of a deal had been finalized, said that, quote, we have not reached an agreement. We have not reached a final conclusion on this matter. Iranian Major General Ali Abdullahi struck a much more aggressive tone, basically saying that the United States was not negotiating in good faith. Abdullahi accused Trump of talking about agreement and negotiation at the same time committing villainy. Those are his terms that he used. Myself, I honestly am having a tough time following all of this, especially with this tough time following this whiplash, especially with the erratic behavior and talk that's coming from the White House. This does feel like whiplash. Trump overnight, Iran launched drone strikes which were intercepted by U.S. ground defenses. And Trump responded this morning to Iran, basically saying that they're not to Iran's refusal to agree to a deal, apparently, calling them a very dishonorable people to begin with. I guess the war is back on after Trump has ended it already 50 times. Over and over again for the past couple of months, Trump has made boastful claims that the United States and Iran is close to end a deal, only to have Tehran rebuff and mock and scoff at him, saying that basically, like they said, were saying yesterday, that that there's no deal in the works, that there's no deal that's being agreed to, and to have the Israelis basically to say, we don't know about any deal that concerns us. With this administration, the jokes write themselves.